about as holy grail as you'll get. This thing's pretty well priceless. The guy I got it from, old Hawks fan, old timer. Pettit personally signed it for him. This is 1956, 57. That great, great St. Louis Hawks team. The great Bob Pettit. But here's where it gets even better. Game 7, overtime, right? Probably the greatest NBA Finals series in history. 1957. Hawks Celtics. Bill Russell is a rookie. So is Tommy Heinsohn. Now stay with me. This program, he's used it to score the last 3 games. Now, it's the program you can see that's from the last game, which was Game 5 in St. Louis. Okay? Hawks beat him 123-118. He's gone ahead and used this to score the next game, 5-9. Celtics win. Put it to Game 7. Kuzi, I believe, had 19 assists in that game. I'm just shooting that off the top of my head. I need to get back and look all these up. I like it because he's even scored missed free throws. I mean, this is a fan. So you can see he's watching the game. Game 7 is in Boston. It's overtime. Regulation 103-103. This has got to be freaking beyond heartbreaking to this fan. I mean, what? Well, the most thrilling. I mean, this is it. This is the Holy Grail. So you could see the Celtics pull it out in overtime in Game 7, and you could see, look what he does with his pen. And it just goes. You could see how frustrated. I mean, this is what I want. I don't want no unscored program. I want the hand of the artist, the fan. This is as good as it. Can you imagine? Watch. I mean, I was at Game 6 in the Delta Center. I scout me a ticket that I had season tickets. I went to every Jazz playoff game ever until 2000, and that's when Bobby Sloan got cancer, and the way they disrespected. I knew the girl that was having the affair with Jerry. I grew up with her. She just recently dumped his whole collection on the market. I tried to talk the Jazz into buying it. This is before the Millers are so creepy. You're not Larry. I'm friends with Larry Miller's chef. She says it was easy. All he ever wanted was hot dogs, and he died. But his kids are as creepy as it gets. One changed his name to Brilliant recently and tore down the old Walker freaking mansion without even telling this historical society, whatever. I mean, they're inherited wealth. They finally sold it, thank God. But I was at that game. I'd scalped a ticket. It was a Sunday, and so this girl had sold her. I mean, I got a really good seat. I was sitting right across from Jordan. And when Jordan doubled back on Malone, when they had the ball, had the 1-point lead, I mean, ready to put this game into Game 7, Pippen's out. His back spasm. He probably could play 7. Jordan doubles back on Malone, steals the ball, calls timeout. I told the guys, I'm sitting with some Chicago guys, I said, this game's over. What are you talking about? What do you mean? The whole world knows who's going to have the ball. And Sloan refused to keep. I was friends with Chris Morris. I used to play blackjack with him in Wendover. He couldn't get over Chris Morris, but Sloan was a dick. Sloan was an asshole. I mean, if Phil Johnson would have been coaching that team, they'd have 5-6 banners up there. World championships. Sloan was a dick. Great player. What an asshole. Ask Bobby. I have Bobby Sloan's Game 7 ticket, and I have her flu game. You know, because this crazy dumped him on the market. I went to everybody was just dumping them boxes and boxes and boxes, everything. Nobody had a clue what they were looking for. But I have my tickets from then too. But They're like, what do you mean? I says, the whole world, because Sloan refused when Chris Morris was guarding Jordan, he couldn't get over him. But he didn't like Chris Morris. He didn't like a lot of players. Ask Blue Edwards. Ask, Del Curry, Stefan's dad. What Jerry Sloan did to him is disgraceful. And by the way, I know Phil Johnson, Weber State. When he got friends with Phil. What a great coach. He should have been coaching that team. So anyway, he hits the shot. This is even big timer than that ever dreamed to be. And I was heartbroken. Everybody's heartbroken. Fuck the Jazz now, but I'll tell you a great story. After the game, we're standing there. The ceremony, everybody just cleared out. There's a whole bunch of people standing there. Here comes Rodman. He tears off his shirt, goes right up in the fans, and he's, doing his stick. And with his bodyguards, and somebody walks up and throws a full beer right in Rodman's fucking face. Rodman's bodyguards come up in the fucking stands. This dude rips off his fucking shirt, and he looks like Hulk Hogan's big brother. He's like, come on, motherfucker. Come on. Those guys backed off. Here come the Jazz security. And he's like, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they just all backed off. Left him alone. I'll never forget it. That was the end of the Jazz. I knew it right then. When he daggered that shot, they're done forever. That great franchise that was built up from nothing. Sam Battistone used to send us over beers when we were kids. God, that place in the old Salt Powell Spring. Oh, I have a lot of stuff in there. But anyway, back till I go into romance land. Sorry, this is the Holy Grail. You can see the fan. This thing, Hall of Fame piece. Here's the kicker. Official Golden Hawk ballot to win a 1957 Studebaker. Gets better. God, you didn't finish this up, Kev. All right. Sorry, guys. Look, man, no hands. Easy. Come on, easy. Drop it off to win the 50s. Look at this, okay. This thing's priceless. Okay. That's the team. Oh, I'll sell it. A couple $100,000. It's the Holy Grail. What a fan. I talked to him. He says, no, I had Pettit himself sign it. So he's friends with him. Probably the most underrated basketball player in the history of basketball. Well, one of them. Bob Pettit. I always say Kevin Johnson. How about Sam Jones? Adrian Dantley. Oof. A lot of overlooked players. Willie Nellis. Walt Bellamy. John Havlicek. Tommy Heinsohn. Oh. This is the greatest player. Not Pete Maravich from LSU. And I love Maravich. I have a lot of Maravich stuff. A lot. I probably have more Maravich stuff than anybody. I bought Bob Remy's collection many years ago. Bob Remy was a statistician, was friends with him. I even have a pair of Maravich's socks. So, the Holy Grail. Huh. The great Bob Pettit. The great Bill Russell, the greatest player who ever was. By the way, the greatest NBA player in history, Bill Russell. Oh, yeah. Well, I have a three-way tie between Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, if you throw all of basketball, throw college and high school, and it's unarguable Lou Alcindor Kareem. It's unarguable. What he did in college, forget about it. But then I have Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain would be one, but he couldn't beat Bill Russell. Then I have the great... God, Heinsohn. How about Tommy Heinsohn? John Havlicek, I have 5. I mean, they won those NBA titles without Big Bill Russell. from horrible team to, and they would have won even another one. Remember, Hondo hurt his foot again, and the Knicks. The best winning percentage of any Celtics team in history is what, that 72-73 team. Hondo hurt his foot, and the Knicks knocked him off. What an upset! So, Bill Russell, oh, forget it. He's the greatest. And people talk Michael Jordan, and this whole LeBron James shit. Let's get real. Let's get real. I don't think that Michael Jordan said, hey, I need Stockton Malone. You guys come on. You know, LeBron started that bullshit when he went down to Michigan. Down to Miami. Bring these players here. Now they're all fucking doing it. You know, Kevin Durant, who's probably the best player in the NBA. And by the way, there is no fucking way in hell the Lakers would have won it last year. Big asterisk if Kevin Durant would have been healthy. Just like they wouldn't have won that that would have been another one. Those Warriors would have won another one if he didn't blow that Achilles out in that game. So, oh, come on. Can you imagine Michael Jordan doing that? And by the way, the thing is that makes Michael Jordan the greatest player of all time, along with Bill Russell. Who's the greatest two defensive players in the history of basketball? Unarguable. Two greatest. Bill Russell and Michael Jordan. Forget it. You could not score on that. That Jazz team in 96, 97 was on a roll going to those playoffs. I had season tickets. I was there when Kobe was there balling those tickets. I have those tickets. You couldn't stop this Jazz team. They swept them Lakers out. They go right through the playoffs like that. They were on a roll. I think they'd won like 19 of their last 20. And then they get into the finals and they run into freaking Michael Jordan. I mean, what were the scores of those games? He's the greatest defensive player in him. Greatest offensive. He still to this day averages more points than, I need Stockton. Well, come play with me. You know, by the way, what great role players. And who was the coach? Bill Russell. Literally player coach. And Michael Jordan, and Phil Jackson, just like when he was on those great Knicks teams, he knew his place, didn't he? So, this is the Holy Grail. This thing's worth fucking hundreds of thousands.